Okay, guys, I know it's really funny, but think about it. The last time you made a big decision in life, okay? And I say big decision, it's like choosing a spouse, choosing your partner, choosing choosing maybe a car or a house, or any decision which is big for you. Think about how you went about it. You're thinking about when I chose my spouse.
Hi, I want to talk to you about the future of your career as a knowledge professional.
Okay, so let's see. Do you want to switch my laptop? Will it show? No, it's not showing anything. I think it only would show this. I'll just skip that. Come back to it later as a break or something. Sorry. Okay. All right. Okay, guys. Now, okay. When I meet left brain professionals like yourselves, I know the biggest challenge that we have to face is to correct some basic things that we know about ourselves. Okay, not about ourselves, but the basic things that we have come to believe as to the map of the world that really works. I mean, how the world works, everyone makes a mental map of that. And there are some corrections that needs to be done for people who are in left brain professionals like yourselves. Now, what I'm trying to get at is, most of us think that until I make a cost benefit analysis statement, okay, until I Excelize it, I will not be able to come to a decision. Okay, I will not be able to calculate to the granular level as to how much I'm gaining, losing, or whatever, and then I will make a decision because I'll have the right information. Okay. Now, all that is fine. We come to conclusions through our logical mind. Okay. However, conclusions are not enough for us to make decisions. Okay. It will challenge a little bit of what you have believed for a lot of years, but I would request you to give me a fair hearing and then re-evaluate your own beliefs. Okay. Now, what I would like you to do is take your hand, put your thumb inside, and close it. Okay. This represents the simplest model of our human brain. Okay. This, by the way, is by Dan Siegel's handy brain model, also it's called. Now let's see how our brain is structured. Okay. If you look at the wrist part of this hand, okay, this is called the limbic brain. What is the limbic brain? Or also known as the where is it? Lost it. Yes. Sorry, I got wrong in that word. This part is called the reptilian brain. What is the meaning of reptilian brain? It means that this is the first part of the brain that got evolved. Okay. So once reptiles were crawling the earth, this is the part of the brain that they were happy to develop, and it could suffice them with it. What is the function of this part of the brain? This reptilian part of the brain tells you two things: fight or flight. It is the brain that helps you survive. Simple as that. So if you look at an animal or a reptile or a lizard or anything like that, the only thing that they have learned is that whether to fight or to take a flight. Yeah. So this brain just helps you survive, as good as that. And this is pretty much all not so evolved animals. They only have this part of the brain developed. Now, if you look at the thumb part of things, okay, this is the part which is encircled. You cannot see if you actually look at the model of the brain. You will not be able to see this part. This is because this is covered by the neocortex. However, we are still talking about this is called the limbic part of the brain, or also known as the mammalian part of the brain. You know what mammals? mammals have a greater ability to experience life, and what is that? They can experience emotions. You can see a dog who's angry and all of that. Okay, you can basically see birds and sorry, not birds, but bigger animals who experience certain emotions. Okay. Now, this part of the brain gives you two commands. It helps you identify pain. It helps you identify pleasure. Okay. Now, the encircling part of the brain is called the neocortex. Okay. This is our brain. This is the human part of the brain. Okay. What does it do? It helps us imagine creativity, artists, and it helps us analyze, apply logic, analytical professionals, knowledge professionals, engineers, doctors. Okay, so all this is a gift of this part of the brain, which is called the neocortex. Now, I want to share with you, have you got the basic structure of the brain? The three parts of the brain: reptilian brain, mammalian brain, and neocortex, the human brain. Reptilian brain is responsible for doing what? Helps you survive. Mammalian brain helps you do what? It helps you feel emotions. And neocortex, analyze, thinking, imagination, and things like that. Now, we often feel that once we make a decision, it is based on our analysis. It's based on our logical deductions. It's based on how we have worked through that information to come to a decision. Isn't that so? It is based on our conclusions. Are you with me, guys? Yeah. Now, I know that this is what you believe. And I, for a minute, want to challenge that, and I will request your support in giving me a fair hearing. Okay. Now, if I was to ask you a question, that how do people make decisions? Do they make it basis feelings, or do they make it basis logic? Your answer would be, of course, logic.
Who wants to make decisions on feelings? Sometimes we do tend to take a leap of faith.
But mostly in business, we like to go with our logic. Now, I'll share with you a fantastic case study. This is by a guy called Antonio Damasio. What he did was, he got hold of a lot of people who had damage in parts of the brain, and the part of the brain that was damaged was the mammalian part of the brain. They were unable to feel emotions, okay, but they were they had fully capable neocortex, okay, so they could analyze and talk through things and deduct and all that. So what happened was, he put them in a room and he did all his tests, and he realized that if they were asked that what is it that you would do in life 5 years from now, and the typical kind of questions, they were very competent in kind of working out what they should be doing. If this was the problem, this was how they would go about it. And when they were asked a question, would you like to have a burger or a sandwich? They were like, oh God, what should I have? Should I have a burger? Should I have a sandwich? I'll have a burger. Wait a minute, let me just have a sandwich. So they found that these people, they could not make decisions. They could not make simplest of decisions like what they want to eat. And that really intrigued this neuroscientist Antonio Damasio, and he went more into it. He wanted to find out that why is it that people who are completely capable of logical deductions cannot make simple decisions if they do not have a mammalian brain in place. Then he came to the conclusion, after studying a lot of people, that decisions are made by mammalian part of the brain, not the neocortex. It basically means that no matter how much you tell yourself that I did this because I had worked out a complete Excel, and till the time I was not clear what I am getting into, I did not go for it. Yeah, but how we actually use this is to evidentiate or to provide evidence after we've done something. So if you've taken a decision and you were asked that why did you take the decision, I'll tell other people, I really worked out the whole thing, and then only I came to the decision. Whereas why you would have actually made the decision in the first place would have been more about how making that decision made you feel. Okay. Let's think about this. All of us are adults. All of us have had some kind of a relationship in our lives. How is it that we go about choosing our partners, our spouses? Do we go with a checklist? How many of us in the room are married? Great. So how did you choose your spouse? Did you have a checklist in place? Well, this the person should be working in at least this in this company. She or he should be earning at least this much amount of money. Okay. Okay, he or she must be having at least this much amount of bank balance. Okay, did you go with that and did that work out? You can share with me. You went with a person, you fell for a person who struck the chord in you. You met somebody, he felt nice. Yeah. And he said, I want to just go explore. Isn't that how it works? Yeah. Have you, I don't know, I actually know somebody who actually went out with a checklist and ultimately threw the checklist away. But think about it, how we make our best decisions in life is based solely upon how we feel about things. Do we like the other person basis their resume, or do we like the other person basis how they make us feel? और ये बंदा तो बहुत अच्छा इसका resume देखा है. It doesn't work now. I like this guy because he makes me feel good about myself, or I just like it. Just like being with him or her because I feel open. I feel more relaxed. He makes me feel good, so I be with him. Isn't that how it works? Now that is the realization that we have to accept, not just in the context of what we do outside of work, but as a more generic principle that overarches everything that we do. So how we make decisions, Deepshika, am I losing you? Are you with me? Yeah. So how we make decisions is driven by our feelings, and we have to know that to move forward in the world of influence science. With me, guys? Okay. Now, what happens is, there was a study done in which people who were listening to presentations, their minds were, all wired up, and scientists were trying to understand which part of the brain gets activated when they listen to a presentation. So they heard a presentation which had a lot of graphs and a lot of statistics and things like that. And they saw that these people, when they heard these stats and facts, only some part of the brain would get activated. And these people were also subjected to storytellers who would tell them a story. And they realized that they saw actually that when people heard stories, more part of the brain got activated. Okay, this is a real study. Okay. So once you listen to facts and figures, small part of the brain gets activated. Once you hear a long